This is Cultist Simulator. I've tried to play this a little bit at home, and I absolutely suck at it. It's a fascinating game, but I needed to call in the cavalry to help me figure out what the crap I'm doing. So I've got CloudCraftGames on the line. CloudCraft?
Hi, I'm CloudCraft.
That's CloudCraft.
Nice to see everyone again. It's been a while.
Yeah,
you should bring me on more.
I should absolutely bring you on more because CloudCraft is great. He's a good friend to have because there's this whole category of games that I would really love, but that take a long time to understand. And CloudCraft spends the time understanding them. He's a lot more patient than I am. He spends the time understanding them, and then he gets me into them. My favorite game of all time is RimWorld, which I would not have been able to play without CloudCraft's help. So I really appreciate you coming in here, CloudCraft.
Yep. Pleasure to be here.
So we're here on the main menu. So I'm basically going to be following CloudCraft's lead. I'm playing, but he's going to be telling me what the crap to do because I am totally lost.
So the first 20, 30 minutes of this is just going to be me telling Jeffrey exactly what to do and explaining it. So first, hit the continue button. So when you first start the game ever, you don't actually get this screen, but this basically lets you choose your start. And some starts have certain early advantages and opportunities over others, and also start you out with better basic stats. The aspirant is the start that you always get the first time you start the game.
Yeah, it looks familiar.
No advantages, however, is also the simplest to understand and the one for getting the basics of the game.
So is that where we should start, since I don't understand the basics of the game?
So, yes, because I know for a fact we don't want to do the police, and I don't remember how the rich kid start goes. Like, the additional stats would be good for getting us going faster, but let's just go for the aspirant.
Okay. So, my experience with this game so far is just dying twice and not knowing what's going on.
Yes. So, first off, interface tips. Yes, you can pause the game. That's very important. Spacebar is the quick pause button. We are going to be abusing that a lot.
Okay. And folks at home can see this down here at the bottom of the screen. This is where I'm pausing and unpausing the game.
Yes, because this game loves to make you read. If you don't like reading, no, just don't. Just stop right now. Because if you don't read in this game, not only will you miss out on all the interesting lore, you will also have no idea what's going on.
And that might have been part of my problem.
Even hours in.
Because I tend to be a very sporadic reader in games. Like, I get anxious really fast when I have to read something long. I probably was skimming a lot of reading just to try to figure out how the game works, which probably was undermining my ability to figure out how the game works.
Yes, it was. So, first lesson, tiles are verbs. Cards are nouns. Don't do that just yet. First, I want to show you something. Okay. So, this game is a huge part of this game is figuring out how the hell the game works.
Yeah, I in theory, I like games like that, so I'm on board.
So it's actually got a fair number of UX tools in place to help you do that. So I want you to left-click on the medial employment card.
Oh, it's hiding behind my head. Let me just move myself to the upper left.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm moving things around, and actually, I don't know what I'm doing.
I would actually suggest lower, because a lot of stuff pops up in the upper part of the screen.
All right, cool. Here we go.
So, whenever you left-click pretty much anything, you will get more information on the upper left, including text, which is usually some combination of helpful advice and lore. And then right there you can see every card has one or more aspects. And if you left click on the aspect, that will give you more information.
An arrangement to exchange one's life for money.
Yeah. So one of the cool things about this game is that the writer is also a writer for Fallen London and Sunless Sea.
Okay, so...
In fact, I have a feeling this game was heavily inspired by those.
So everything is dark and weird and cynical.
And esoteric, yes. So you can see that medial employment has an aspect called job. Now, the empty space called work, left-click on that.
Oh, it's also got a job aspect.
Yes. So first, click on it again, and you'll see the little particle effect appears around medial employment.
Right.
So any card that can go in that slot, when you click on it, will get a particle effect.
Okay,
But
cool.
additionally, there's going to be a list of, it's a combination of aspects and cards, in this case just aspects, that any card with those aspects, or any of the specific cards listed, can go in that slot. But then there's also notes of this specific card or aspect can't go in that slot.
So if something had job and scholarship, I could not play it here, because even though job would qualify it, scholarship would disqualify it.
So aspects are really important for 3 reasons. One is reading their descriptions often, though not always, will give you more information on what the hell something is.
And I
2,
think, yeah.
You can match up the aspects with the empty slots aspects to figure out what card goes where, even when the slot isn't open.
Oh, cool.
If you remember. And 3, later on, at a point we're probably not going to get to, certain aspects have values to them, and those values matter in certain contexts.
So I think part of the problem that I was having when I was playing through this alone was so many of these slots had so many aspects that I was overwhelmed by the sheer number that I felt like I was being asked to learn. And it was hard for me to sort of sift through it and find the ones that were important to me right at that moment at the beginning.
Yeah. So the cool thing about the aspects is you don't have to memorize them.
Like, because you have this prompt that tells me what cards match, right?
You have that prompt, and you can just manually try pulling cards into slots and seeing what those individual cards do. The aspects are more kind of tooltips to help you out if you're not sure. So yeah, drag that into the work slot, but don't quick start just yet. Okay. So you can see...
This is what this means, right? This is what this action, taking this noun and sticking it in this verb, this is what it implies about the story.
Yes. So... you definitely want to read whenever the text on one of these tiles changes. Almost any time that text changes, you want to read it. And you'll notice right above the start button, current session, that's
weird.
New.
Huh. I'm assuming that meant nothing and we're fine.
Okay. So you'll also notice right above the start button, the job aspect has appeared now. That little area is for listing all of the aspects of cards that you've put into it.
Okay.
That won't matter, but for when numbers do actually start mattering, that's useful.
Okay. So what it says is, another shift, mopping the darkened hallways, delivering post to hollow-eyed invalids, trundling corpse-laden gurneys to the basement. So I'm a hospital porter, and my life sucks.
Yep. So now you can hit the start button.
So it kind of eats the card.
I'm
paused.
Oh, it's paused. Okay, good.
There we go.
So anytime one of these timers finishes, something is going to change. And when something changes, I want you to pause the game again.
Okay. I have paused.
So you've paused the game. So that did 3 things. 1, it created a new tile.
Right. Oh, I've got this thing here. Yes.
So that tile's doing something now, too, that we can check out later.
And I've got 2 cards that popped out.
Yeah, it created cards. Now, do not pull those cards out yet, because it also changed the text. And the moment you pull those cards out, the text vanishes.
Oh, so I should read this text.
Yeah, and also, you'll notice there's little arrows below the text.
Yes.
Until you pull the cards out, you can use those arrows to go back and view any previous text you might have missed.
Okay, cool.
So if a process generates lots and lots of text bits, like say it has a timer and then another timer and another timer, you can see all of the text that happened even if you didn't read it at the time.
All right, so this says, halfway through your shift, the head porter beckons you aside. We won't require your services any longer, he said. Here, your last payment. We paid you through the end of the month. I've lost my job. At least now I have a little time to rest, and my health improves. Dream is unlocked. I imagine this must be dream.
Yes, that is dream. That is another one of your core verbs that I'll explain after you collect your cards.
Okay, so should I collect these one by one?
Either one by one or with the collect all button. It doesn't really matter right now.
So this is funds, and that's health. So I pull health out.
Both these things are very, very important.
Okay.
So Another reason, by the way, you want to abuse the pause button in this game is to organize your cards, because you get a ridiculous number of different cards.
Yeah, I remember you sent me a screenshot of your board, which was completely like, this board is this big, and you had it basically completely filled with cards and tiles and things.
Yep. So I would put the dream tile near the work tile, because these are two, you don't want to do it right next to, but very close.
Okay.
Because these are two of your, core verbs that you have full control over. So the work tile is mainly for earning a living, but can have some other side effects.
Okay.
The dream tile is actually a special one. I'm not actually going to address what that does just yet.
Okay, so is this a cooldown before I can use it?
In this case, yes, that's what it is.
So if I unpause, it'll slowly tick.
I would pause, though, because...
You got to explain some stuff.
Time isn't passing yet, but it will be soon. So what I would do is I would try to start working now.
Okay. Does that mean that I need to stick my health in there?
What can you put in the work thing?
It looks like health is my only option.
Yeah, so why not stick your health in there?
So I'm basically abusing my health in order to get money. What is this? Backbreaking work for meager pay. Is this the best I can do?
Apparently, yes.
So should I start?
Yeah, I would start that. You pretty much, unless you have a very specific other thing you want to be doing, you always want to be doing work.
Okay.
Because one of our main objectives in this session is get positive income.
Okay, gotcha. And I
Also,
think that was the major thing that I failed at when I was trying, was I would never get to positive income. I would always just be, basically it was just, my money was time ticking down until I died of starvation.
Yeah. So you can stack the funds, by the way.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, and you can shift click to pull the whole stack around.
Oh, that's convenient.
But yeah, you can let time go now.
Okay.
In fact, you may even want to fast forward unless you have stuff to say.
No, I'm good. Let's just let this cool down, or warm up, I guess, on the dream finish.
Okay.
Oh, it just produced something.
Yes.
It had a baby.
First, check out what cards it gave you.
All right, so it gave me contentment. Well, that seems valuable. I should also read this. It began when I spoke to the old man in the hospital. He knew my name, but he's dead now. The pneumonia. Why do I dream of him still? What is the cobalt light in my dreams? Time is now passing. That seems important.
Yeah, so also read what contentment does.
I'm happy, I think. Contentment defends against dread, but contentment doesn't last. So, so this contentment card is only going to last for a minute. So I got to use it for something positive, or it's just pointless.
So if a card has a timer on it, when that timer ends, it will either disappear or transform into another card.
Okay, gotcha. And then this one is passion. Yes. Dull minds are never either intuitive or mathematical. Blaise Pascal. With enough glimmering, you can study to gain more passion. Okay, so I remembered there was a card called Glimmering that I could get somehow. And yeah,
don't
get
worry,
more
we
passion.
will see that card. Yeah,
okay.
You can let time run, but also read the study thing.
All right, so let's see here.
You can just click outside of Dream if you want to get rid of it. But,
okay, gotcha.
So I'll explain Dream in a little bit. It's less important right now.
So here's a change in the air. I need funds to live, but perhaps this recent upset in my circumstances is a secret blessing. Is there something to my dreams? There is a change in the air. So you said this. You called this study.
Yes, that's what this verb is. You'll see as soon as it finishes up. And that one, so, okay, you're paused.
Yes.
Great. You can just collect all on this. It's fine. Because you can always look over the cards you got afterwards.
Some other time.
So
I got more funds. Yay!
Something
good,
I like.
It looks like I lost some funds.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. Time passes sucked up my funds.
So time passes is another verb that will always be there, but it's not your friend. It's generally not your friend.
So I remember this one. This one sucks up money, and once I run out of money, it starts sucking up other things and causing terrible things to happen.
Yes, and this will also generate basically random events every time it passes, some good, some bad.
Sweet.
So, or sometimes it won't generate random events. So You worked with your health. Your health is now fatigued. Click on Dream.
Click on Dream.
Just click on Dream for a second. So, what goes in Dream?
Ooh, health fatigue goes in Dream. And also passion and funds.
It does.
So I don't think I ever noticed this when I played, that health
Yeah.
fatigue could go in Dream. Should I stick it in there?
Yep. So
Okay.
Dream does a lot of different weird things, but one of the things it lets you do is recover from various types of illness.
That sounds great. Okay, I just need a little time to recover my energies. I never noticed this before. That's probably part of my problem.
Yep. So do that. Now, in this case, all it really does is have the time that it takes health to recover.
Well, that
However,
makes sense.
you're not earning money right now. You should probably do some earning money, shouldn't you?
Yeah, so what else can I put in there? I can put my passion into work.
Indeed.
Should I give that a
You
try?
can.
All right. So this is telling me what? That I put in the card that's got ability and moth. And
Yeah, that's just telling you the cards you've put into this slot have these aspects to them.
okay.
That's all that's telling you. And once you start it, you can also see there's now a list of the cards you put in the slot.
Oh,
as
I
well.
can see that, yeah. All right, and then here, this is giving me a text interpretation of what this means. So putting my passion into work means painting. I used to paint. I could paint those sites I half remember from my dreams. I might sell something. I probably won't.
Yes. So, and there's an empty slot there for something. You might want to click on that slot to find out what that something is.
Yearning. If I'm restless, perhaps this is what I want. Consumes its contents. I can stick something called restlessness in there if I have it, but I guess I don't have it.
So, also, you'll notice there's a little flame under yearning. If there's a little flame, that always means that no matter what you put in there, it's going to disappear.
Gotcha, which is like time passing. Oh no, this magnet means it sucked that in
Yeah.
without my
Magnet
permission.
means that when the timer expires, it will just grab a card that's valid for that slot without your input.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it can grab the cards like right out of other tiles too.
So it looks like I'm about to lose contentment, and there may be nothing I can do about that, right?
Yep.
So okay, so I just kind of accept that state of things and let the timers go.
So pretty soon you're going to have access to study, but it's also going to give you a few more cards. And then I'll explain study, which is really important.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Study is still.
Oh, I
bequest
forgot.
arrives.
It does a double thing here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so a letter
just
from a
let-
solicitor, an old man at the hospital. Okay, so I'm getting a letter.
Yeah. If you have time to read it while it runs, just let it run.
All right, cool.
So-
we've got Dream though. Oh, I got my health back! Yay!
Yep. Now, normally, fatigued health just recovers on its own. This just lets you do it faster.
That makes sense. Should I stick health back in Dream, or should I leave it for next time I
You
need to work?
can, but I wouldn't. You could stick it in there just to see what it'll do if you do it, but like to get a little text for yourself. But I would not actually do it.
Okay, so if I dream with health, sometimes it'll provide contentment, which is useful. Often it will do nothing, occasionally with great dread or fascination. Okay, gotcha. So, okay, I've read it, but we're not going to do it right now. The next thing that finishes is going to be this guy.
Yeah, just let it keep running. You could even fast forward.
Okay.
Dream is the one thing that I very often leave empty while I'm doing stuff instead of just, okay, what's the next thing I can put in here?
Yeah, so when I was playing it first, I was just I was putting random stuff into every slot I could, just because I didn't know what anything did.
That is a good way of finding out how things work in this game, like putting random stuff into slots.
Okay, so a bequest arrives. The old man
Now-
has bequeathed me a sum of money and a packet of peculiar papers, poetry, riddles, metaphysical speculations. For the first time in months, here is some fuel for my reason. Study is unlocked. He gave me some cash.
Just shift click it, remember.
Oh, yeah.
Also, if you select all, it'll auto stack.
Oh, perfect. And then I've got a bequest, I've got reason, and I've got funds
So-
and a slot for study.
So reason is your final core trait that you have. You've got health, you've got passion, you got reason. You're going to be using all of those a lot.
Okay.
Now we get into the meat of things.
Okay.
So first of all, just for organization purposes, I would put reason directly below health and then put passion directly below reason when
When it
you get
comes out.
back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So study is really, really important. So work is your verb for mainly getting money, unless you can do magic, which you can't right now.
Okay.
And basically, almost everything you do with work that isn't some sort of arcane ritual is a way of gain money.
Okay.
Dream is recovering from illness and various other esoteric things, which I'm not going to mention because spoilers.
Okay.
Study. Study is your main bottleneck for progression, whether or not you know what you're doing.
I did not know what I was doing when I first played this, and it did seem to progress things. I just didn't know how or why.
So study is the way you expand your toolkit for problem solving.
Okay.
And unlike pretty much all of the other tiles, there is pretty much zero randomness in study.
Okay.
It will always
it's like a tech tree, basically, right? Like I put things into it, I get new things out of it, and then the new things let me do new things.
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no.
Okay.
So, what can you study right now?
A bequest, and then all of my 3 core things over here. Vitality's got limited time, so I don't know. Maybe I want to put that in there?
So, while I would normally say yes, I would first put the bequest in, but after that, we're going to do something with Vitality.
It looks like, I choose the approach that I'm taking to study something?
Yeah.
And reasons and options, should I use that?
Well, you need something, otherwise you can't start it.
It looks like it's my only option, so yeah. Okay.
Go for it.
Go for it? Okay.
And let time keep progressing so we can keep moving on, because we're waiting as much on the game as we are on us talking.
So time passes, just sucked my card up in there. The next thing that's going to happen is my painting is going to complete.
Yeah.
Okay, so I finished my painting to the excitement of absolutely no one, so I got no funds from it. Sometimes painting will gain you glimmerings. Study them to unlock more advanced painting options. So I've got my exhausted passion, and I got a glimmering from it. So I feel like vitality comes out of health the same way glimmering comes out of passion. Would you say that's accurate?
Yes, that is completely accurate. There's a few very slight differences in what can and can't get them, but pretty much yes. Now I would get to work again with health.
Okay.
So working with health is very basic. It will always get you 1 funds, even with upgrades, and there's some very minor risk to it.
Okay. So right now I'm just sort of barely mitigating, so this is draining my funds at 1 fund per turn. This takes just as long to get me 1 to replace it, but it makes me tired, so I can't do it back to back, right?
Yes.
So the problem is I'm going to be leaking funds until I find a more profitable way to get money.
Yeah. So as soon as we finish studying that bequest, I'm going to show you how to get more health.
Okay, good, because that's the thing I never figured out when I was playing on my own.
Yeah, that's like the most basic of basic you need to learn. So
holy crap, we got a lot of stuff here.
Try the collect all button real quick. I want to show you something.
Collect all. Boom! It all just arrived.
So close out of study so you can see this. So you see that little outline there now?
Yeah, what is that?
You can click and drag that around. That's where the contents of collect all will show up.
Oh, okay. Cool. So if I want it to be over here on the side, I totally can. Yeah. Awesome.
Like I said, rearranging things is a really big deal here. In fact, if I were you, I would start doing it now.
Okay, so I've got a bunch of weird little notes and things that came out of that.
Yeah. So the 2 notes I would put together, we're going to do something with those soon. The Watchman's Secret, that is a lore card. That is like your second tier of problem-solving tools. Put that somewhere with lots of space, because there's a ridiculous number of lore cards.
Oh, lore. I thought you said war, W-A-R, but you said L-O-R-E.
Yeah, no,
okay, that makes more sense to me. And then what is this? A light in the skull is starting up. Whenever the principle of the lantern sheds its light, I may recall additional scraps of knowledge. Okay.
So what... This is an event that gets spawned either randomly or when you do certain actions. Okay. So I would pull that out of the way to the side. So that's just going to give you basically 1 card.
Oh, so it's just going to hand me a card and then be done?
Yeah. So check how long your vitality has left on it. I want to make sure I don't screw you over here. Okay.
90.
So I think we have just not... You know what? No, just leave all the cards for now. You can read stuff, but don't put anything into slots right now.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure I don't screw this up.
Okay, so should I just let things fill up? All right, and then viewers should notice that it's about to suck more funds into time passing.
So, also the lantern thing there ended. Okay, pause.
Okay.
Because the work also ended.
So again, I've got fatigued health. I got more vitality. And I got some funds.
Yep. So, now what happens if you study vitality? I think you already have guessed.
Vitality. Let's see here. So should I grab the one that's about to die?
Sure.
I could put more vitality in there.
Yeah. What does the text say?
I'll need more. Or right here. With enough vitality or something more exotic, I can increase my health. Okay, so getting 2 vitality, so they each last 180 seconds. That's 3 minutes. So I've got enough time to work my health twice, get 2 vitalities, and then spend them to get more health.
Yes. So it's important to read new cards when you get them. Otherwise, you have no idea what they are.
That makes sense. Okay, so we're going to study that. So this is me exercise. I love the explanations. Like, this is actually one of the most fun parts for me of working in State of Decay 2 is I'll come up with a bonus that I want to give the player, but then I need to come up with a bunch of text explanations for why this character has this bonus, and that's the fun part. So I love that this is exercising. Spending 2 vitality to get more health. That's what exercising is. It's kind of a fun way to integrate fiction into the game.
So I would work with passion again, and while you've got it available, you might as well recover your health.
Okay, so working with passion.
Yeah. You can also work with reason, but you don't want to do that till you've upgraded your reason.
Okay.
So I will tell you right now, we could upgrade each of your traits up to 3 times.
Uh-huh.
We're not going to do that. We're going to aim for upgrading each thing twice.
So when you talk about upgrading a trait, we should point out that I don't fully understand this, but down here along the bottom, the number of reason, passion, health, and funds cards are listed down here. So I could have them scattered all over the table, but they effectively function as stats at the bottom. Is that accurate?
Yes. Yeah, really, those are just trackers to help you play the game. They don't have any additional mechanical purpose than the cards themselves.
So, like, having, 2 passion doesn't mean something by itself, but it's good to know that I've got those 2 cards available.
Yeah, it's critical to have multiples of all of these things available.
Which I never actually achieved in my playthrough, which probably explains why I was doing too well.
Also, the little lantern I told you to put to the side has finished.
I got some erudition. Is that a thing that comes out of reason? It looks like it matches
Is
reason.
it? I don't know. Why don't you read it?
Oh, I soak up knowledge as a shadow soaks up light. I may be close to advancement. Erudition can be used with study to gain reason. It only lasts 3 minutes if unused. Okay, so I'm looking for an opportunity to stick erudition in this light bulb and get reason.
So
do I need 2 the same way I needed 2 vitality to get health?
Yes. And what I'm going to ask you to do is first upgrade health a second time before you go for upgrading either of the other ones.
Okay, sure.
So, because health is an actual not dying stat, whereas the others are mostly just actually being able to get things done stats.
Okay, so the slots that I would use to upgrade reason, I'm better off upgrading health with them first.
Yeah, but after that you could do reason or passion.
Okay, cool.
Also, a note on reason. Unlike the other stats, when you work with reason, you don't actually get an erudition out of it, but when you study with reason, it doesn't exhaust your reason.
Okay, cool. And studying with reason is how I get erudition?
Studying or working with the other 2 stats will get you their things. For reason, it's only studying. There's other ways to get the upgrade items, but those are the reliable ones. Okay, so you've got your health next to your glimmering, and it's bothering me.
Oh, sorry. You're right. I do. So this is kind of similar to that lantern, and this is probably going to give me an additional vitality? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So, keep going?
Yep.
Unless, do I want to dream anything else?
I think the only thing you can dream with is funds right now, and you could see what...
Temptation.
Oh, you could also...
I don't know what that does.
You can dream with... Actually, click on the temptation card real quick. That's important. So this is your victory condition card.
Oh, okay. If I upgrade it far, dreaming about it may advance it or change it.
So, yeah. So you basically dreaming about it lets you either change to a new victory condition or lock in your victory condition.
And can I control which one it is, or is it just random?
You can, but you need to figure out what does what.
Okay, so if I slick that in there, should I hit start?
No, don't. Because
All right.
basically, this is one of those things that, like, you can progress a fair ways without doing anything with that card, and there's no real point in doing it with the time we're going to have now.
Okay.
Like, it will be... Basically, in order to upgrade that card, you have to solve the riddle of the stag door and be accounted a no, and I'm sure you know exactly what that means.
I do not.
Until you know what that means, there's not really any point in upgrading that card.
Okay, so I'm about to lose funds again, but I'm also going to get done with work and with study, and I'm going to get some kind of card out of here kind of all at once. That's what I get for playing with the game paused.
Spinning plate simulator.
Oh, wait.
Just
what is this?
So this is a random event that got spawned by time passes.
And it sucked in my temptation to do something. Hunger glows in my brain. Hunger for the knowledge the invisible arts might bring. So I didn't decide to do this. The game just decided time for this to happen.
Yeah. So I think actually the only reason this even grabs a card at all is because if you've advanced your objective to a certain extent, it produces something worse than what it produces right now.
Okay, gotcha.
But right now, the fact that it's sucking that card in really doesn't mean anything.
Okay, so the fact that there's randomness in this, so I kind of expected this game to be just, it's a puzzle you're trying to figure out. But the fact that there's randomness means you have to stay on your toes and play it like a game, not just play it like a puzzle.
I kind of actually wish this game was turn-based, because while the timer adds some urgency to things, once you get used to the game, it really feels inconvenient to just constantly be pausing it. I would pause still and look at the other cards you just got.
Yes. So we've got, from exercising the body, we got more health. My health is stacked. And then a skill, a stronger physique. I've benefited from exercise. Use this with 2 lessons learnt to gain more health. So whenever I find lessons learned...
So if you try to study vitality right now, see what happens.
Okay, so if I try to study vitality, I don't have more vitality to put in there.
Okay. Basically, you can't just use 2 vitalities anymore. What you need to use now is you need to use that card, that new card, with 2 vitalities of lessons learned. Which, if you study 2 vitality now, you're going to get a vitality of lesson learned.
Oh, okay. So I can try to get 2 vitalities still, and then I'll use those to slowly produce the thing that I need to use with this to get my 3rd health. And then once I'm at 3 health, that's it? That's all I can have?
You can have 1 more, and you can upgrade further later on, but we don't want to upgrade more than twice right now just because it takes too long.
Okay.
So what I would do is I would go to work, see what you can put in work now. Just see what cards are highlighted.
Skill.
Yes.
Skill, reason, and health.
So the skills you get from upgrading your stats will basically let you do better work that's more beneficial to you in some way.
So should I drag this in here?
Yeah. So drag that in there. Still going to require a health, but in this case, this will slightly reduce the timer.
Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. So if I hit start on that, it's 55 seconds instead of 60, and I imagine that over time I might get better skills that could reduce it even more, and I get funds faster?
Yeah. Basically, you can upgrade that card a few times, and I think you can get down to 45 seconds.
Okay, cool.
So, also, the study thing is open. We always want to be studying something. So, we could study more health to rush it, or we could study one of the 2 notes you got, which are important because those will unlock our last 2 main verbs.
Well, let's do that then. Do we want directions or collaborator?
I would go with directions first.
Okay, directions to Moreland. Cryptic directions to the obscure address of a certain Moreland, dealer in the rarer sort of book. Okay, so I'm finding Moreland's shop with this.
Don't forget to read the text that came in after you put the card in.
Right. The directions to Moreland's shop are cryptic. When one deals in the kinds of books my correspondent studied, one must be circumspect. Okay, and then to dream, is it glimmering I want to stick in dream?
No, glimmering is a study item.
Oh, okay.
So I would actually, again, wait on dreaming. You could dream with reason or health. I just wouldn't recommend it.
Could I dream with passion?
Not if it's exhausted. We will be dreaming with passion before the end of this, because there's something I'm hoping to show you. I'm not sure if we'll see it or not, but I'm hoping.
Okay, well then let's keep going. All right.
Yeah. But you're starting to get the idea. So working with health is that basic thing, and upgrading it will speed things up. So yeah, that gave you restlessness.
I forgot. Something was... This is another problem I had when I was playing on my own. Something was calling for restlessness earlier. Was it one of my work options?
That was when you worked with passion.
That's right. So that kind of makes me want my next job to be working with passion, just so that I can try this out.
You could do that. You could do that. That's an option. If you don't get rid of that restlessness, it's going to turn into dread.
Then I should definitely do something with the restlessness.
If you can, yes.
Okay.
So now we've got another verb. And we've got Morrowind Shop, a location.
Okay, so we got a location, and I've got this thing, explore.
You didn't read the text, and now you've lost it.
Oh, no! Oh, no, I ruined everything.
So, first, organize your cards. So, an occult scrap, that's another war card. You can tell because it's got a war aspect to it.
Okay.
And eventually, you figure out that there's a certain order you want to arrange the war cards in, too, because they relate to each other in ways. So, the explore tile. Mm-hmm. So, we've got earning money, we've got recovering from illness and other miscellaneous things that I'm not revealing.
Okay.
We've got expanding your toolkit, the main bottleneck. Explore is finding new opportunities and taking advantage of those to find even more opportunities.
Okay, so this is like self-progression, and this is progression through the world and other people and stuff like that?
In some ways, yes.
Okay.
So study has basically no randomness. Explore always has significant elements of randomness.
Okay, cool.
So see what you can put in Explore real quick.
Looks like I can put the shop in there, my health, and the occult scrap.
Yes, you can.
So which one should I do?
So just for expediency, I'm going to save you time on this. The occult scrap will give you a special location which you can't really do anything with yet, but which is very important after you found occult.
Okay.
Which you may or may not get to in this. So Morrowind Shop is mainly for getting books, which for the most part will give you more lore that you can learn through study.
Should I put that in there then?
No, because it will... Actually, yes, do that. Normally I'd say no, because it's going to eat your funds.
Oh, okay.
This is why you need positive income. Without positive income, you can't start gathering lore.
So that's what I need to do. It takes time to sort the gold from the dross, the wheat from the chaff, the blood from the water. If I buy enough books, I'll find something interesting.
Yeah. So you're literally just buying a ton of books and then sorting through them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So exploring with health will unveil new locations, some permanent, some temporary. So remember, we always want to be studying. So let's study health, and then after that, we will study the final note.
Okay, so studying health. Long walks kill cobwebs.
So yeah, keep things running along.
So it looks like job is the next one that's going to be done. Oh wait,
so
what just happened?
Pause. A new random event just got spawned.
Sickness. I've become unwell. If an illness cannot consume health, it will kill you unless you have special protection. Is this going to screw me over?
Only if you screw up. This is why we upgrade health first, by the way.
Oh, I think I would. Yeah, I would have just lost my only health to this under normal conditions.
Yeah. In fact, it's about to screw you, but we're going to stop it from screwing you as soon as work finishes.
Okay. Well, let's at work finish.
Okay.
And glimmering just went away. This one just expired.
Glimmering went away. So now take everything you got. So you have a fatigued health now. Now that health is not going to stop being fatigued before the before the illness runs its course.
Okay.
But what you can do is stick that health in Dream and recover it before the illness is done, and then the illness will grab the health.
Okay, so it will not grab fatigued health. It'll only grab regular
Don't believe
health.
so. Yeah,
Okay,
the reason,
that takes 30
the
seconds.
reason, by the way, that timer is red means this thing will kill you.
Okay, gotcha. So I would just... so we were going to work with passion, right? Except I
Yes.
just lost a glimmering. Does that... Oh, that doesn't...
I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Oh, it was restlessness. That's what I wanted not to lose. That's right.
Yeah.
So let's let passion run down. And I work with passion. Oh, it didn't... I thought that
You have to start first. Sometimes it's not until after you start an action that it actually asks another card. And sometimes something will go through like multiple timers asking for multiple cards. You just got new cards. I would pause.
Oh, right here. Okay, so I got Moreland Shop back. And then Traveling at Night, Volume 1.
Yeah. I will tell you this much. Books, the descriptions on books are all pure lore. However, that doesn't mean the books themselves aren't very useful.
Okay, unique, can only exist once. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so should I explore something else?
Normally I would say explore with health, but since you can't, you might as well do Moreland Shop again.
Okay, so we're looking at
Just
Moreland
don't
Shop.
do that more than this, because you're still not totally stable on funds.
Okay, so get that started. And the next thing that's going to pop out is Dream.
Yeah, and the illness should just grab the health out of there immediately. Or I thought it would.
I'll set it here so it can grab it. Oh, there it goes.
Yep. So now the timer stopped being red because it's not going to kill you anymore.
Okay, and I just got this health back and some more vitality. I got tons of vitality.
Yes. So you've got tons of vitality. Now you can either study health again because you've got a little bit of time before your vitality runs out, or you could study 2 vitalities.
What do you... Let's just do something different because we haven't done this before.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So that's going to take 60. Do I want to dream about anything, or am I good for now?
We want to dream about passion, which we don't have available.
Oh, because I'm working. That's right.
Yeah. So keep it running. Yeah, I'd hope to get a little bit farther than this, but oh well.
And a collection of essays.
A collection of essays is actually special. Read it.
If the mind is a blade, this is a whetstone. Study to gain an erudition. Lessons learned, which may be able to you may be able to use it to increase reason. So, it looks like it's a shortcut to me advancing reason.
Yeah, that's actually really important in the case of reason, because it's harder to get erudition than is to get glimmering or vitality.
Okay.
So that collection of essays makes it far less tedious to upgrade your reason the second and third time.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So I would just leave Explore for now, keep things going. Okay, so now you have an affliction. Your health has turned into an affliction.
Oh no.
We want to not be afflicted. Let's fix that.
How do we do that? Dream on an affliction to transform it back to health. Ooh, I can get my health back?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, you can. So we
but I
could
need something.
either use vitality or funds. I would use funds here because you're trying to upgrade your health, and you've only got 1 vitality left.
Okay, cool.
But
So you
normally
either just
I
power
use
through
vitality.
the illness or buy medicine.
Yep.
All right. Wow, I just found out how to get past sickness. The sickness just killed me every time before. So
There we go.
That's great.
So basically, we've learned not dying here. So yeah, keep it going, and maybe we might hopefully get to see. Oh yeah, there's stuff going on the side. Generally, I play more zoomed out so I can see what the heck is going on with random tiles.
Well, I'm sticking that here so I can find it better. First off, passion is exhausted, but I got another glimmering. I have 2 glimmerings now.
We want passion to recover before we finish this stream. Now, I would work with your stronger physique right now so that you can get another vitality from doing the work.
Okay. So I'll stick my health in there.
So working with reason is actually, as far as things that you don't get from like having a good starting type, working with reason is the best way to earn funds early on. but it requires some initial investment as well as some upgrades to reason to actually do it properly.
Gotcha. And I imagine I'm missing opportunities to yeah. Or no, it's dreaming on health that gets vitality, not working with health. Never mind. Okay, so I've got another restlessness, which I resolved last time.
It's working or studying, not dreaming.
Gotcha. Okay, so restlessness. I just
to let restlessness turn into dread, like
okay,
because unless there's a verb that does something with dread's not doing anything to you.
That's true. Okay, so vitality, a lesson learned, is a longer-lasting version of vitality. And if I remember correctly, you told me that using that skill plus a couple of these is how I can get my next health. Is that right?
Yes. So, do we have time? How long does that vitality have left on it?
It's got 300 seconds.
So the vitality, the regular vitality.
Oh, regular vitality. 116.
Okay, you have time to study notes on a possible collaborator.
Okay, well then let's do that.
So this is going to get you your last verb, which is honestly the weirdest one in terms of how it actually functions in terms of gameplay.
Oh, what did I just get here? A trembling in the air. Some flickers like a shadow, dreams ripple behind the surface of mirrors. I must be careful not to drift from the waking world. Fascination may provoke visions. So it grabs a spot. It wants a spot with fascination. It wants a card with fascination.
This is another loss condition. If it can grab 3 fascinations, and it will also grab cards that negate them, but if it can grab 3 of them before it gets negated, or runs out without any of them, it will kill you. And there's a similar thing like that for dread.
Okay, but right now, since I don't have any fascinations, I'm fine?
Yes.
Okay,
and
cool.
the thing is that the stuff that counters dread and fascination in these like will kill you events can also be used to counter it in dream before you ever get to the will kill you part.
Okay.
So I think another thing ended too. Yeah. So
health back.
So that's going to be important. Let's see. You don't need to work with health anymore. Oh, your passion's about to finish, so that's going to be where I'm at. You could try exploring with health. That's something you haven't done.
All right, let's try that then. Explore with health.
I don't know what you're going to get out of this. I know what you might get out of this, but what you actually get is going to be random.
10 seconds, so it won't be that long. Okay, so I want to upgrade my vitality. Upgrade my health again. I don't quite have what I need for that, right? I need to get 1 more of these. Is that correct?
Yes, you do. But you have 2 vitality you could turn into 1 more of these.
I forgot how was it dreaming on vitality that did that?
Yes. Or, sorry, no, it's studying.
Studying, oh, that's right. So once study finishes
studying is pretty much always what you're doing when it comes to expanding your toolkit.
Okay,
so
that's right.
Your passion has recovered. Normally I would say keep working, but for the sake of showing you things... Dream with passion.
I always do. It wants some lore.
Yes,
which is over here.
Now,
Watchmen or Scrap?
Put one of those lore things in there and see whether or not the text changes. The text didn't change. This is one way to tell if what you're putting in there is going to do something useful. If the text changes, it usually means something useful is going to happen.
Okay, I could sleep in a room without colors, bleach the sheets, whitewash the walls, dye my hair, and paint my skin. I sure could do that. Should I just leave that in there?
You're doing that.
All right, so first off, I got Mystique out of this. This was from studying that book, right?
Mystique is something that's not necessarily bad, but all the time, but sometimes bad. Sometimes it's actually useful, but it's kind of something that just sits around and you can't do much with, except get more of it. So,
and this one,
now,
an acquaintance.
This is going to be talk. This is your final verb. This is how you meet new people and do most actions that involve people.
Okay, cool.
And most of the people you meet are going to be potential cultists. Some of them will be other types.
Okay. So, and I just unlocked Study, which I wanted to use with Vitality to get a lesson learned, right?
Yes. And then you can upgrade your stronger physique.
Okay, cool. And so, work? Do I want to just work with Reason?
You could work with reason just to see what happens.
All right. And I think I've got stuff going on in all of these, so we'll keep it going.
Also,
And-
what just changed there? Yeah, by the way, I'd set the speed to normal again.
Okay.
Because I think you have it on sped up.
Yeah, I do. All right, so I found someone who I might be able to pay to enact regrettable necessities.
Yeah, so note how there's a new card down next to the health now on the payment, like on the actual tile.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
A hulking fellow.
Yes.
So that guy's going to exist if I pay for him? Is that what the idea
yes,
is?
Yes, but he's also got a timer on him, so no point paying for him unless you have some idea of what he might do for you.
Okay, so if I just leave this payment open, I won't get I'm just not going to hire this hireling, and it will just continue on without me doing it.
Also, fun fact on cards with timers, if you put a card with timers into a card slot, the timer will be frozen.
I noticed that when I put my restlessness in. That was very relieving.
And that's something I use with hirelings a lot to keep them around, is I'll talk to them but not actually give them a mission because I'm waiting to use them to do something else, and I want to keep them.
That makes sense. Okay, so we've got about 7 minutes left.
Okay, so keep things going.
All right. Should I speed it up a little bit? Or I guess
Yes.
work is about to finish.
Yeah, speed it up a little bit. Yeah, talk, by the way, is how you do culty things. So doing work with reason hasn't actually gotten you any money. Instead, it's gotten you a position at Glover and Glover.
Oh, so this is kind of like the skill that I got a little bit.
Yeah, check that card real quick.
My intellect should be put to better use, yeah. If you don't attend this job regularly, you might suffer a demotion.
Yeah, so keep things running. Keep things running, even as you're reading.
Go in here? Oh.
Yeah, you can do that. And you'll see very shortly why you need to upgrade reason before you really do this.
So I can put reason in here.
Yeah, so you can get promoted in this and earn more money, but it's going to keep eating your reason, which is why you need to upgrade it.
Oh, that makes sense. So talk just opened up, and I've got Eau Claire, an acquaintance.
Yeah. So basically, talking to a potential cultist for the first time will open up the ability to found a cult. But I mean, you could do that, I guess.
Yeah. Let's do that because mostly just
because you're not really gonna understand what you're doing when you're found in the cult. Keep things going though.
We should see a cult happen though before the end of this stream, and we got 5 minutes left.
No, there's something else we want to see happen before the end. Because seeing the cult doesn't really tell us much.
Okay.
Well, not initially. The cult is basically just a resource of people who can do things.
Oh, choose founding principles. So this is my opportunity to start a cult.
Yeah. And basically, that's going to ask for a few cards that determine the nature of your cult. Also, that got you notoriety, which is bad.
Oh, okay.
Notoriety is bad, not just because it can kill you indirectly, but also because it makes you wait so long. But keep going.
All right.
Keep going. I'm hoping that we can see... Oh, yeah, actually, pause. So this is why you don't want notoriety. Oh. We're going to see why in a moment. Keep it running, because we want to see what happens here.
Okay, so this is so somebody is like investigating me or whatever, and they're pulling in cards.
So pause it real quick.
So yeah, Watchman's Secret back. A buzzing in my brain.
Don't worry about that card. That's not important right now.
Passion's exhausted.
Passion's exhausted. Now you have Weigh the Wood, and that's going to be important.
Okay. I've learned the path to the wood, the tangled darkness that grows in the walls of Mansus. I can dream with this to return to the wood. Okay, it's a dreamy thing.
Yeah, we will be using that. Unfortunately, we need passion or reason to do anything with it, so hopefully we can get passion recovered.
We got vitality, lesson learned. Yes. Should I do this thing?
Yeah, skill a stronger physique with the vitalities, and then normally I'd say put more cards and more things, but I would just rush through this.
Okay. So, rush.
And look at things, just don't pause it right now, because we want this to end.
Okay, so I got reason back. I got my position still. I got some more funds.
But yeah, you can see why you want to abuse pause to organize things.
My gosh, yeah, this is just it's crazy. The adversary, there's a weary detective.
You just got more health. Yeah, so pause it. So your passion recovered. We're gonna dream again. Also, we're gonna work so you don't die.
Okay, good.
So now try dreaming with Way the Wood.
Okay, so I'm gonna dream with Way the Wood. Start. And the path, I choose passion or I choose one of these things.
Yeah, so go with passion for now. Doing war will do something else, but go with passion for now.
And you said work to keep alive? Should I just go back to my...
Just work with your hardened physique. That's going to be better for you.
Okay.
Because you'll notice over doesn't actually get you erudition. So you can't upgrade the reason working using it.
I got to do something else with it. Gotcha. That makes sense. All right.
You got free vitality, which doesn't really matter.
Got my health back.
Yeah, you'd want to constantly be working, constantly be studying, and usually be exploring, and frequently dreaming. And then the talk really doesn't have any urgency to it.
I got contentment.
Yeah, you randomly got contentment.
Oh, but it got sucked into this thing, despair.
Yeah, it got sucked into that. Counter the dread that got sucked into it earlier.
Oh, okay, cool. And then, whoa! Have I started a cult? No, what is this? What is this? What? There's a whole other board? The game gets more complicated? I thought it was good. I thought it was complicated enough with just what I could see, and now
here's
we're right at the end of the stream and it's more.
Here's a better question. What the heck is even happening right now?
I don't even know. Something. Oh, those two broke each other, and now I've got this? A detailed smuggle in from an adjacent narrative? Don't speak this or you may be overheard. Exploring with this crap of knowledge may uncover secret locations in the Shires? What are the Shires?
So, check the aspects on that very quickly, that card. Also, yes, this board is interesting, isn't it?
It's lore. It requires knowledge and secret histories.
So you already have a secret histories war that has a 2 on it. Okay. So this is the next step up, because for some reason you only get even number war, but sometimes things ask for war that is at least odd number level.
Okay. Interesting. That's weird. How do I get out of here?
Excellent question.
I'm just stuck in a dream world. Do I just let time progress? I can't unpause.
That's it. I don't see a time passes going on right now. Oh, by the way, do you see anything interesting? Anything I might have mentioned at the start of the stream?
There's a white door, orchard light, stag door, peacock door, the malleary. No, I don't know what you're talking about. There's a well.
Don't worry about it then. Just try to figure out how to get out.
Can I move this card somewhere? To go back to the wood? Is the wood the only one that is interactive? Maybe? Boom. Okay. I got out.
There was a bunch of text there you didn't read, by the way.
Of course there is. Okay, I need to... Sorry.
So
I'm partly in a hurry because it's 1 o'clock and people are about to come in here, so I got to shut it down. But holy crap. Okay, this game gets way more interesting over time. Thank you so much for helping me understand how to stay alive long enough to find the cool stuff in this game.
Yeah. So if you keep playing, what you want to do basically is upgrade health, passion, and reason each 3 times. And that will give you a good wealth of those things to explore all of your other options. And then you want to focus on gathering war.
Okay, well, thank you so much, CloudCraft, for doing this. I really appreciate it. There's no way I could have gotten into this game and understood it without your help. I think I just lost you.
Yeah, the praises you were heaping on me, I presume, I did not hear.
Okay, sorry. Well, you'll have to watch them later. Folks just came into the room, so I got to shut it down. But thanks for helping me out.